Hi all, in this video we are going to see the working of decision making statement. In previous video we have seen what is the concept of a decision making statement and its syntax. Now let's see the execution process. First I am going to see about if condition. Okay, as we are going to write the program in C programming language, our header file is nothing but hash include stdio.h and a main function. Inside that I'm just declaring a variable I and I'm going to get the input from the user. Since I is a integer variable, I'm giving %d as a format specifier. Okay, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to use if condition and I'm going to check whether I is greater than 10 or not. If I is greater than 10, it should print the given value is greater. Value is greater. Okay, if the condition is false, what will happen? It will go to next statement of the outside the if block. Correct? So I'm just giving a statement stating that the control is outside the if block, and I'm closing with semicolon. Okay, now let's execute this and see. I'm just giving value as 19. The given value is greater, the control is outside the if block. So both the statement has been executed. If I am giving less than 9, what will happen? Less than 10. That is if I am giving value 9. It is just telling that control is outside the if block. Okay. Whether it is greater or smaller, okay, what will happen? This line will be executed because the control is going to travel from top to down approach. Okay. Next we are going to see about else, if else statement. In if else statement, we are just going to introduce else block where if the condition is false, this if block will get executed. Else, the condition will be true, so if block will get executed. Understood? Now let's execute this and see. If I am giving 18, it will print the value is greater. Okay. If I am giving less than 10, then it will execute the control is outside the if block. So this is the main difference between if and if else statement. Next we are going to see about nested if statement. Nested if statement is nothing but if a if condition is followed by another if condition, then that is called as nested if statement. I am just going to check whether A is greater than other two variable B and C. Okay, using scanf I'll get the input from the user first. And I'm storing that in A, B and C. I'm going to check whether A is greater than both B and C. If both B and C it is greater, now it is going to print A is greater. So first I'm just giving first condition, I'm giving A is greater than B. So this is going to be outer if block. Okay, then I'm giving A is greater than C. If both the condition is true, what I can tell? I can tell that A is greater. Let's execute this program and see. I'm just giving 9, 8 and 6. It should print 9 is greater than both A is greater. Correct? Okay, again I'll run this program. Okay, I'm just giving 6 and I'm giving 5. Then I'm giving 8. A is greater than B but not C. I hope nested if condition is clear. Next, I'm going to execute the program for else if ladder. In else if ladder, we will be having more if condition, but it is going to execute only one block. Correct? I'm just going to get input for m from the user. Okay. And I'm going to check whether if this m value is greater than z, that is, it is going to check the marks status, that is whether it is greater than if it is lesser than 100 but greater than 9, I will be telling that it is a outstanding mark. So I'm going to categorize based on the mark. Okay, if my m value is greater than 0 and if my m value is less than 50, then it should print it is fail mark. Okay, else if my m mark is greater than 50, equal to greater than or equal to 50, and if my m value is less than 75, then I can tell that this mark is average mark. Else if my mark is greater than or equal to 75 and my mark is less than 90, then I can tell that that particular value is first class mark. If my value is greater than or equal to 90 and if my value is less than 100, then I can tell that particular mark is outstanding mark. Now let's just execute this program and see. I am just giving as 65. So it is an average mark. Okay. Again I am running this value. I am just giving 98. It is telling that it is an outstanding mark. So this is the procedure of else if ladder. Okay. Last we are going to see about switch statement. For the switch statement, what is the requirement? We are supposed to give one input which should match with the cases. Then if it is matched, then what will happen? The particular block will get executed. Okay. So int op. Okay. Let that be my variable. And I am going to get that from the user. As I have declared it as integer. So it is going to be %d. Okay. I have got the input now. Okay, I am going to use switch keyword and I am going to pass that input into the switch keyword. Okay, now I am going to use case 1. Okay, case 1 is nothing but printf. I'll just print it as Monday. If my input is 1, Then what will happen? It will print Monday. Then it will break the whole switch statement and it will come out. If my case 4 is, if my given value is 4, then I'll just give Tuesday and I'll break that particular switch statement. If my case value is 8, if my input is 8, okay, then it should print Wednesday. Then I'll break the switch statement. Okay. Other than that, if I'm giving any value, then this default statement will get executed. Enter the valid input. It will give us a message to the user. Okay. Now let's execute this and see. I'm just giving 5. If I'm giving 5, what should be the output? Enter the valid input. Okay. If I'm giving 8, it should be Wednesday. So this is the working of switch statement. I hope it is clear. Thank you, students.